Now it's up to the organization, the team, how they're going to put these ratings together. But as we saw in Domain 1, a very useful, simplistic, and commonly used approach is to have the 4 quadrants. And the top is usually red, which has the highest likelihood, highest impact. And that means that's what we have to make sure is up and running. We have to make sure that we have resources and backup solutions, and all of them will fall into these boxes, and they give us a roadmap into what we have to make sure is taken care of first. So basically what we're going to do, and what we've kind of talked about up to now, is we're going to identify a business process. For example, we have timesheets. Well, what resources are needed for processing timesheets for payment? Well, the resources would be software, LAN servers. You'd have a whole list of resources. Okay, great. So for the LAN server itself, how long can we go with it being down? That's the impact. What's the duration that it can actually be down before we can't survive that impact? So we'll take that resource, we'll look at the impact and calculate MTD, and then we assign it a rating to determine how critical it is that LAN server has to come up before an email server or a web server. Now when you look at the actual potential losses, it depends, of course, company to company. Smaller companies can be down for a longer period of time, potentially, and it depends upon how dependent you are. If you have people coming into your store, let's say, and they're purchasing things, and there's functions you can carry out manually, then you're not going to be as dependent upon technology versus the larger companies that have all of their revenue come through e-commerce. Then they're going to be greatly hurt if they lose power, if they lose communication, if they lose those servers. So when you look at the actual estimates that are out there, it could be amazing, like 6.5 million per hour for a brokerage operation, 2.6 million per hour for a credit card sales authorization system. So if the team doesn't do their job right, and something does not, all the stuff that's necessary doesn't come up within an hour, the company can actually lose $2.6 million every single hour. So these are the figures that the team needs to understand. And again, it's not just about the revenue, although that's a big part, especially for for-profit organizations, but the team needs to realize there's other things they have to make sure they're compliant to, which is the regulatory compliance, which is becoming a bigger driver all the time. The reputation of if you go down and you can't sustain the services or the products that you're supposed to provide. So these are all the risk components that need to be evaluated.